Hello. Just thought I'd make a film today about some of the health-related aspects of brain injury and some of the slightly less known connections with brain injury. I thought I'd give you an update on the next few weeks in my life and the past few days, to be honest with you. Since my brain injury, 22 years, I have an on-running saga of breathing problems due to that bad boy there, the old tracheotomy scar. I have problems breathing at night, and it's not due to being hefty, as somebody once called me online, because I'm not that large, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, I'm larger than I am, but hey, that's what epilepsy drugs do for you. They bloat you, or at least some of them do. But anyway, I've been to hospital countless times over the past 20 years about my breathing, about the intermittent wheezing that keeps me awake at night, but finally they start seeming to be taking me seriously. Consequently, I've been at the hospital 7,500 times in the past fortnight. But I've got to go again for a sleep test. We're going to monitor my breathing overnight for sleep apnea or possible sleep apnea. I've had a letter today telling me I've got to go for a 2.25 hour breathing test. This is after I've had a CT scan and an x-ray on my chest that I'm waiting for the results of. The cynic in me tells me that they have some results, I just don't know them yet. I'm going for a chat with the specialist on the 25th and my breathing test's on the 11th, so I'm kind of gathering he wants all the results from the breathing test as well. But initial findings that I do know of point to tracheostenosis, a thinning of my trachea due to scar tissue on the inside, thanks to the old tracheotomy I had done donkeys years ago. But anyway, CT scans, x-rays, breathing tests, sleeping tests, all of these things will become apparent in the next few days and weeks, probably months, but I'm hoping by the end of January I'll have some sort of answer. But consequently, it's going to be more hospital visits, more trouble and more strife. But I've had laryngitis and tonsillitis, as I've said before, many times. So I'm kind of hoping that this is the beginning of the end where my breathing problems and issues arise and indeed fall. That and other things. To be honest, you may notice that I'm kneeling actually. Look, if I back up you can see that I'm kneeling down at the moment because I'm finding manoeuvring my body around the place a little bit tricky again due to another health related brain injury topic. I was in hospital again 2 days ago. I had what's known in the trade as a procedure. Since I had the brain injury and since I had the multitude of tests done on my body following said injury in this country and Germany where the accident took place, I've had gastric problems, and the addition of epilepsy medication to those gastric problems only multiplied things 1,000-fold. Consequently, I keep saying consequently, I seem to have that word stuck in my brain at the moment. That's another aspect of brain injury that people never think about, that things get stuck in your head and you keep saying them over and over again and you have to shake them off by saying other things. I'll try not to say consequently again. But anyway, yeah, where was I going? I lost my thread. Gastric problems, that was it. Due to those gastric problems, every time I go to the toilet it becomes painful. I'm not going to go into a great deal of detail of my toiletry habits other than to say hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids. Now, they're funny to some. They're funny to me occasionally, but by Christ they're painful. I've had an operation twice, and 2 days ago I was there again when the doctor said, in effect, I won't even bother looking, do you want me to just perform the procedure now? My wife left the room, I said yes, and off we went. Trousers down, knees up. Doctor performed the procedure. Now for 2 days, as well as the breathing, because of feeling like I've got a giant ping pong ball up my back passage, I can't sleep, I can't sit still, and I can't walk very far because I'm in bloody agony. All thanks to a pain in the arse, quite literally. So at the moment, aside from epilepsy, aside from brain injury, aside from short-term memory, blah blah, blah 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 blah, said it all before, I've got breathing issues, I'm living at the local hospital, myself and my wife have got our own car parking space. We worked out the other day, 14 times we've been this year, not just for me, a lot of them have been, but 14 times this year to this hospital and one at our adjacent town, and I've got to go 3 more times this month. All because of related problems that we don't hear about. There are websites everywhere for brain injury, for epilepsy, for aphasia, for hydrocephalus, however you say it, and all those sort of things. But put piles in Google, I dare you. Go on, try it, just once. Put piles into Google and have a look. And feel my pain, people. Feel my pain. I tell you one thing for sure, you won't be breathing for a few minutes when you've seen the photos. Thankfully they're not of me. But there are other arseholes, just not this particular one. Speak to you soon, peeps. Ta-ra!